No, ho. Už to začíná. Ten příběh. Ta muzika je tak nahlas. Ale to se spraví hnedka. Jdeme hrát pík. Všech píků. Haha. Aspoň na hoďku, já musím to zkusit. Game capture, jdeme na to. A že to bude tadyto? What the fuck? OK, to je velice na hovno. OK. Je moc velký na ten... Perfektní. OK. Mám se snažit to překládat, jak mám moje češtině na hovno. The tip of the spear was like a flash of lightning. A spearhead thrust to skewer the heart. Even attempting to evade it was pointless. It was but a flash, too swift for the human eye to follow. Počkej, je tady to Gayborg? Gayborg! And yet... Moonlight Peak swept in to save me from the strike that threatened to end me. The sound was beautiful, like the tolling of a bell. No, truth be told, the sound hung over me, heavier than an iron weight. This beauty had little to do with aesthetics. The stark armor wrapped about her was like the frozen night itself. Oh, je tady to, když summonul Saber? The ringing was not in itself pleasant. It was the sound of steel. But the night herself was beautiful enough to make it into the chiming of a bell. To je Saber. Tam se tě. Ne, nemůžu, ne. Čeština není ten vej. Čeština není ten vej. To by znělo až moc krst. I ask of you, are you my master? Her voice resonated in the darkness. I have come in response to your summons. Henceforth, my blade is with you, and your fate with me. Our pact is now sealed. Indeed, the pact was sealed. Můžu nějak slyšet tu hudbu? Jo, to mi zní dobře. Já si můžu zvednout individuální hlasy. OK. Možná ještě trošku snížím ten background music. Podle mě lehce pomůže. Text settings. Jasný. To je auto advance, no to je, tak budu muset číst hodně rychle. OK. Mhm. Okay, sure. Display resolution asi nepotřebuju. Kontrolky... No, to je jedno. Okay. Just as she chose to serve me. I'm sure in that moment that I swore to save her. The moonlight cut through the darkness. As if in imitation of the night, the storehouse regained its former calm. Time za Varudo Tomio Tomare. The vision before me had lasted less than a second. Be that as it may, I will always remember the sight of her as clearly as if it were still happening now, even if I fall into the depths of hell. The faint slant of her profile, her serene, divinely green eyes. For a mere moment, time stopped, and her silhouette, draped in blue, swayed in the wind. Ráško, já nevím, kdo je ten charakter, ale vypadá jako Nero. Nero Angelo? Ne. Nero, do piči, jak se jmenuje? No, Nero prostě. Nero Claudius? I was struck by the pale blue glow. Kde je kurva Lancer? Neměl by nás jakože už katofnout? Bráška prostě čeká na všechny ten dialog. Her hair, as fine as golden thread, was bathed in moonlight. Fate. Fate? Budeme tady přenocovat? This happened 10 years ago. Oh? I see someone who takes me back. He's tall, with chiseled features. I've never known him to crack a joke. He ruffles my hair affectionately. No, that's not what this is. It's more like he's grasping my head and working it like a stubborn child. Maybe he doesn't know how to control his strength. It's only to be expected. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. It's time for me to leave. You know what to do next. To je Rin a... Tyva, jak se jmenoval její... Nevím, jak se jmenoval otec. I answered yes, in a somber voice. He nodded once, withdrew his head, and stood up. That's all. Had I known this would be the last time we would ever see each other, I would have done my best to make him laugh with the perfect joke. I had been practicing punchlines in private, in the hopes of finally seeing a smile crack that stony face. If I have one regret, it's that I never got to tell him any of my jokes. Dude. Get the association in your head before you become an adult. Any decisions after that, I leave up to you. I'm sure you'll manage on your own. So he said, but I bet he was worried about me. He had told me about our family's heirloom jewels, the gems passed down to us. The gems passed down to us from our grandmaster, and how to manage the underground workshop. It was a rapid-fire course of subjects he had never taught me before. Even as a child, I realized that he would probably never come home again. Papánek jde do 4. Holy Grail War. Oh. Ano, přesně, byla válka. Not a war between countries, but between people. But in this war, there were only 7 combatants. It might not have seemed fitting to call it a war, but having mages involved changes things. 7 mages from different factions competed, but I wasn't sure why. They killed each other using methods I didn't really understand. One of them was the man in front of me. It meant that he would kill and eventually be killed. I'm sure he felt the ticking of his life's clock even more keenly than I did. Rin, before long, the Holy Grail will appear. It is the duty of the Dorsakas to obtain it, but above all, it is a path we are destined to walk as mages. And with that, he ruffled my hair one last time and left. I never saw him again. My father/teacher was one of the masters who participated in the Holy Grail War. Co ti kurva jebe? Hele, víš co? Já jsem docela Fate fanoušek. He never came home. Zajímá mě, co se stalo otci Rin. Bráško, žádný spoilery. Safe travels, father. I bid him farewell as a well-behaved daughter should. I knew I was on the verge of tears, but I didn't let them show. Bro, to jsem od tebe fakt nečekal. I loved him. Hele, asi to, jako já bych to rád dostreamoval. Nevím, jak dlouho to zabere. Doufám, že dlouho. To ví, že jedna rauta trvá přes... Co? Hele, asi tady budeme chvíli. Jako já jdu se Saber, já jdu jako první se Saber, protože Saber je moje žena. Sakuru bych asi nechal jako naposled. Sakuru bych nechal jako třetí rautu. Já vůbec ne... Kamo, tady to je asi tak po 10 letech, co hraju visual novel. Já nevím, jak komplikovaný tady ty hry jsou. Hlavně Fate. Tak no, budu se snažit. He was a great father and an even greater mage. Mages are stubborn people. As far as I knew, there wasn't a more upstanding man in the whole world. Paní, já se koukat nebudu, protože si nechci spoilovat visual novel on věci. Jasný. Koeli, já ti dávám s Bohem. A po nějakých 100 hodinách se uvidíme, jak se změní. Potom, co byl změněný muž po této zkušenosti. Ale kurva, chci se koukat, fuck. Hele. Jednoho dne se koukneš na tady ten vod a řekneš si, wow. Přišel jsem o tolik věcí. As my instructor, he trained me. As my father, he loved me. So I decided how I would accept the things he left for me and choose my own path. Then, before long, the Holy Grail will appear. It is the duty of the Dorsakas to obtain it, but above all, it is a path we are destined to walk as mages. Bráško, teď si představ, kde bys byl beze mě. Hej. Jako určitě bych se do Fateu jen tak nedostal. Možná eventuálně. Protože jsem chtěl, nebo nechtěl, já jsem actually začal Fate koukat, ale rychle jsem ho dropnul, protože jsem fakt nevěděl, kde mám začít. Ale hej, ty jsi mě docela do toho dokopal. In the end, his final words for me were given as a mage, not a father. That's the moment I made up my mind. Alright, I guess I would better do everything I can to become a worthy mage. It's only natural for an apprentice to live up to her master's hopes. That's how I, Rin Tosaka, grew up after experiencing life's twists and turns. Nemáš zač, brácho, ale já teda mizím, ať si to nespomenu. OK, goodbye. Uvidíme se na konci cesty. Možná si to taky eventuálně koupíš. Goodbye. It has been 10 years since my father went off to war. I wouldn't say I've been looking forward to this day, but I am a bit on edge. That goes without saying, after all. That moment, which was burnt into my memory 10 years ago, will soon be upon me again. Za 150 hodin s bohem. To píče jenom japonsky, co to je? Jo. Január 31. No ne, la kreatura se budí. I hear something. Shut up. Stop. The noise doesn't stop. It's such an infernal racket. It's almost as if it's here to avenge my father. What now? I was up late. Just a little longer. I wish it had just let me sleep a bit more. In fact, it should. Brácho, to bychom měli dabovat společně. Bráško, jestli seš up for it. Nevím, kdy bychom to udělali. Píče, já bych fakt chtěl jít. Jako to dynčení mě lehce sere, ale jestli bys to fakt chtěl nadabovat. No, jako nadabovat. No to už je lehce nadabovaný. Hádám, že YouTube komentáře jsou docela opožděný. Jestli tady ještě seš. Každopádně. I stayed up into the early hours, deciphering. Zavírám si Shiro a Shirova z budoucnosti a Gilgameše. OK, jak bychom tohle, nebo, možná bych to udělal tak, jako to miného, OK. Možná bych to udělal tak, že bych si odstreamoval Saber Road a potom eventuálně v budoucnosti bychom jako to mohli udělat plně a Shinjiho on. A eventuálně v budoucnosti bychom to mohli jako dohrát celý spolu, nebo jak bys si to představoval? Ty pičo, teď to dynčení. OK, já bych teda vzal všechny ty female lead charaktery, já bych byl Saber, Rin, Sakura, Medusa. Samozřejmě bych byl Issei, protože jsem tvůj best bro. OK, to asi ne, já si to chci zahrát solo. OK. Dobrá tedy. Tak já jdu pokračovat ve svém solo playthrough, dokud to nebudu mít dohraný. Jak se ti líbí thumbnail? Velice jsem na něm tvrdě pracoval, hlavně na těch dvou obrázkách Shiro a Léfy. Ano, jsou malovaný mnou, jakž takž, aspoň z půlky. A můžem nadabovat nějakou scénu, jak jsme chtěli s JJK. Hej? Můžem? Velice nice thumbnail, děkuju. Hej, jako nevím, jakou scénu zrovna bychom mohli nadabovat, ale to by Já bych byl down proto. No, uvidíme. A kde je můj sojček? To není sojček, to je meme, be real meme, což je to je tam template, kde nějaký fanoušek screamuje skrz obrazovku svého telefonu při nějakém koncertu. A asi by se to dalo jako říct, že to je sojček. Ale, ok, nevím, já nejsem takový profesionál, abych kreslil facial hair, ale jako mohl bych to no, nevím. Mohl bych to zkusit. Já ten meme znám, ale ok. Nesmíš vysvětlovat joke, more. Ne, tak já jsem tě jenom opravoval, já jsem nevysvětloval joke. No, okay, vysvětloval jsem, ano, to se omlouvám. Kurva, přestaň, pičo. Já vím, co to znamená. hele, já se omlouvám, já mám takovou tendenci oporovat. Mám pedigree, ano, mám pedigree v mimologii. Ok, každopádně teď se fokusuju na gameplay. Ne, to je conisplaining. To je conisplaining. Jako... Uvědom si, co teď říkáš. Musíš si uvědomit své chyby. A že nesmíš používat špatný termíny, jako mansplaining. Já jenom conisplainuju. Každopádně. I stayed up into the early hours deciphering my father's will, and I used a hell of a lot of magical energy to do it. I'm totally exhausted, body and mind. Good grief! Cut me some slack, would ya? The alarm clock is deaf to my complaints. Rin, víš, že se můžeš natáhnout a zmáčknout ten budík? What kind of machine makes a noise that seems like its sole purpose is to remind you that you're late? Užívej. Prostě mešíme se zítra, jo. Bye bye, užij si night train, bye bye. Late, I can't be. Late. True, but there's a time and a place for everything. No matter how much of an overachiever I am, I should try to make it to school on time, at least for today, if only slightly.
あらかじめ30分ずらして目覚ましをセットしたんだから、あと30分は眠れるはず。
Oh, right. I set my alarm 30 minutes early, which means I should still be able to sleep another 30. Doesn't that sound off?
30分ずらして
30 minutes early. I peered at the alarm clock through sleep-heavy eyelids. The hands point to 7 o'clock on the dot. I usually get up at 6:30, which means I've completely used up my safety margin. Speaking of which, why is my brain so slow in the morning? Tento. I glare at the alarm clock for several seconds. I shut off the alarm and climb sluggishly out of bed. The morning chill bites at me as I cross the hallway and enter the parlor. This is the final 7 a.m. in January. Winters in Fuyuki are relatively warm, but the mornings here are cold as anywhere. Even at home, my breath mists white. It's that much colder without anyone else living here.
暖房
Heater, heater. I turn on the heater and go wash up. Single living is so inconvenient at times like these. If there was someone else here to wake up for me, then the power would already be heated. I wash my face at the sink. I run a brush through my long hair and get dressed. A chilly morning in a frigid bathroom. The only thing to be said for it is that the cold water mercilessly beats the sleepiness from me. With a final tug on the ribbon at my collar, I finish getting dressed. All that's left is to have breakfast and go to school. The clock reads just past 7, so my morning rush feels a bit anticlimactic. Oh, I don't even need to run then. Of course, I would never do anything so uncouth as sprinting to school. The Dosaka family motto dictates that we conduct ourselves with confidence and elegance at all times. Samozřejmě Dosaka tady to jako každou sérii toho anime provuje tady ten fakt. My ancestors must have been some high and mighty aristocrats if that's what we've taught through the generations. The anachronistic mansion I live in is proof enough of that. Plus, the Dosakas are a line of spell weavers who practice what is known as magecraft. We are not just an old family. We have an admirably storied history. Měl by... já asi to budu číst. Not that it's anything to brag about. In fact, I literally can't talk about it. The truth is, I am a mage. Who could I even brag about that to? As the name suggests, magecraft is what normal people would see as magic. It sounds like some supernatural woo-woo. And if you'd like to think of it as just wiggling your fingers and saying abracadabra, that's fine too. Just think of us as people who chant weird words and make equally weird stuff happen. That said, we don't fly around on broomsticks, we don't shoot stars out of wands either. We can do things kind of like that, but there's no point, so we don't. We are pretty much heretics who lurk in the shadows of society. We are the means of modern science and perform genuine miracles. Similarly, magic is the label we use for mystics, magical mysteries that can't be realized with any amount of time or skill. While magecraft, through it looks mysterious, is something anyone can do with enough time and resources. I am a mage, and the kind of mystics I use are merely magecraft, not true magic. Confusing, I know, but that's how it works. Also, modern civilization doesn't accept the existence of mages. We believe in, manipulate, and study things that can't be measured, which puts us at odds with modern society. Above all, there's no point to any of what we do. We would be much happier just going off to a normal school and becoming a normal adult than you would studying magecraft. Human technology has accomplished great things. For the last 3 centuries, magecraft has been playing catch-up to the progress of civilization. Nothing is impossible for humanity anymore. Miracles that could only be realized in magecraft in the distant past have been reduced to common tools and appliances. Even so, magecraft does have its benefits. Just as there are some things only science can accomplish, there remain heights only mystics can reach. If science is racing into the future, then mages are racing into the past. I think the Tosaka Grandmaster said that. Whether you're heading into the past or the future, your destination is the same. 0. Or something like that. We can shelve the difficult topics for now. Philosophy is for the elderly. Ne, bráško, já kvůli té hře musím pít. I finish my breakfast and pick up my bag. Oh, right. Gotta bring my pendant. I'm reluctant to take something so valuable to school, but it would be a waste to leave it behind. I mean, this thing's 100 years old. It's by far the most powerful jewel we have. One could even say it is on an entirely different level. I obtained the gem after decoding my father's will last night. It's imbued with 10 years worth of my own magical energy. I've been told that the Tosaka family has heirloom jewels passed down since the olden days, and this might be one of them. Tosaka mages specialize at conversion and flow of power. We channel our magical energy into precious gems whenever we have a spare moment. Simply put, I'm the gun and the jewels are bullets. The other main thing I've inherited from my father is the magic crest engraved into my left arm. A magic crest is the proof that I'm the heir to our lineage. It's like all the techniques of the Tosaka condensed into a tattoo. Can't let my guard down, even if it hasn't started yet. For now, I stow my pendant, my father's keepsake, in a pocket. It's my trump card. There's nothing I can't do with the power stored in there. It's 7:30. I'd better leave soon if I don't want to be late for school. Oh, do píči. OK. Angličtinu pohodě zvládám. Krásný jazyk. Lepší jak čeština. Němčina, OK. Budu se snažit. Měl jsem jí od 6. třídy do čtvrťáku. OK. Schließung. Verfahren 3. I weave energy into a brief foreign phrase. As a mage, I can't neglect the security of my home base. That still applies even if I've never had so much as a single burglar, lost child, or stray cat wander into my home. Actually, I don't think the neighbors have ever even come over to say hello. That's fine with me, but why don't I ever get any stray cats around here? I look up at the mansion that's been my home for over a decade. Fuyuki is a strange city. One side of the intersection dividing the residential areas is filled with old samurai estates, while the side I'm on has an abundance of mansions built in European style. Apparently, a whole bunch of foreign families emigrated here long ago, but I've never seen a single foreigner around. There's even a cemetery for foreigners in Tento, the new part of the city, across the river, but it was built for the generation that immigrated here. Maybe Japan just didn't suit them. Ach jo. I make a mental note to ask the priest about it next time I visit the church. He's nothing if not full of boring trivia for sure. Skurvený kotomine. Oh. Something feels off as soon as I step outside. That's weird. It's quieter than I thought. Píč, já jsem si myslel, že to fouká venku ten vítr. V té hře, ty vole. There's no trace of the typical morning bustle. At 7:30 in the morning, there would normally be students and workers on their daily commute.
まあこういう日もあるか。
I guess it's just one of those days. Maybe everyone slept in. It's unusually cold today, so everyone must be snuggled up in bed. Já miluju studený rána.
けどさすがに。
Still though, even if that were true, it's strange that there isn't a single student on the street. At this time of day, you'd expect to see at least a school uniform or two. And yet, from where I'm standing at the school gate, it looks like morning club activities are just starting up. Which can only mean... Oh! Mizutsude, myslím. Oh, Tosaka. You're awfully early today.
やっぱりそうきたか。
I knew it. With a light sigh, I turned to face the student who called out to me. Morning! Sure is cold today. The girl who addresses me so casually is Ayako Mitsuzuri. She's my classmate in 2A, and she has quite a history.
おはようみつづりさん。つかのことを聞くけど、今何時だかわかる？
Morning, Mitsuzuri, and sorry for the weird question, but do you know what time it is?
何時って7時前じゃない。遠坂寝ぼけてる？
Huh? It's not even 7 yet. You still asleep or something? She waves her hand in front of my face, as if to ask if anybody's home. Ayako is one of my few friends, and she knows I'm not a morning person. She's probably figured out by now that I'm still not completely with it.
うちの時計1時間早かったみたい。しかも軒並み。
The clocks at home are an hour ahead. All of them, apparently.
目覚まし時計はおろか、きっかり早まってた。
I thought it was just my alarm clock, but the grandfather clock was off too. What's going on here? Father must have set the clocks to go haywire once I took the pendant out of the underground cellar.
遠坂。
Tosaka?
気にしないで。別に大したことじゃないから。それより、みつづりさんは今日も朝練？
Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Are you on your way to the morning practice, Mitsuzuri?
弓道部は問題児も多いし、うまいのが一人減ったからね。4月の新入生獲得のために少しぐらいは見栄えを良くしとかないと。
Yeah, there's a lot of troublemakers in Kyudo Club, and we are down one of our best shooters. We need to put on a good show if we are going to attract first years in April.
そう。気苦労が絶えないのね、相変わらず。
I see. Sounds rough.
他人事だからって言ってくれるわ。あ、ついでだから見ていく？遠坂が見学する分には男どもも喜ぶけど。
Way to show you care. Oh, wanna come see? I'm sure the boys would love to know you're watching.
弓道部か。
The Kyudo Club, huh? I'm acquainted with 3 of its members. One is Ayako, the girl I'm talking to now. I barely ever speak to the other 2. Of those latter 2, there's one that I actually can't explain away as simply an acquaintance. I became friends with Ayako, the club captain, because I've been watching the club from afar.
そうね。様子を見るだけなら付き合うわ。早く来すぎたからやることもないし。
Okay, as long as it's just watching, I'll come. It's not like I have anything else to do this early in the morning.
よし、じゃあ善は急げ。早速行こう。
Nice. Then let's get going. One of our school's trademarks is its well-equipped archery range. The chair of the school board has a passion for kyudo, traditional Japanese archery. So they built a magnificent range on campus. It's kind of a waste for a high school club, to be honest. Come on, let's go. There's still time before practice starts, so I'll get you some tea. Ayako tucks on my arm, looking somewhat pleased. If I'm being honest, her brusque way of speaking is a bad habit. As Ayako said, there's no one else at the range. We sip Japanese tea that's so hot it numbs my tongue, so we prepare ahead for today's classes. The hot drink is delicious in the quiet, wintry archery range.
さて、単刀直入に聞くけど、そっちの調子はどうなのよ、遠坂。いい加減頼りになる相棒は見つかった？
Okay, I'll get right down to it. What's up with you today, Tosaka? Did you finally reel in someone good? And she uses the occasion to ask me something completely ridiculous.
ほんと、いきなり本題に入るのね、あなたは。
Phew, you're just getting straight to it today, hmm?
その言いぶりだと、そっちはもう見つけたんだ。
Should I take that tone to mean you beat me to the punch?
ノーコメント。遠坂が手を沸かすまではこっちも秘密さ。で、どうなのよ。その疲れた顔を見ると脈ありって感じだけど。
No comment. If you're not showing your cards, then neither am I. So, how about it? If you being so tired is anything to go by, I bet I'm right on the mark.
こっちもノーコメント。あなたに隠してもどうせ見抜かれるか。残念ながらこっちはまだよ。
No comment either. But, I guess even if I tried to hide it, you'd see right through me. Sadly, not yet.
綾子の方はお互いのんびりしてる余裕はないはずだけど。
What about you? Can you really afford to take your time on the romantic front?
そうなんだけど、私も雲行きは怪しいわ。とりあえず取り繕うことはできるけど、ことがことでしょ。この先の命運がかかってるんだから、妥協するわけにもいかないし。
You're not wrong. Things aren't looking too good. Sure, I could grab someone just for appearances, but quality matters, you know. I shouldn't compromise when my future's on the line.
勝手に決めて私に負けるのも嫌？
Uh-huh. Are you that worried you'll make the wrong choice and lose to me?
もちろん。私にとって重要なのはあんたを任すことだもの。何が手に入るとか、何を手に入れるとかは二の次よ。
Obviously, the important thing here is that you lose to me. What I actually gain in the process is secondary, really. She chuckles confidently.
似た者同士ね、私たち。
We are two peas in a pod.
ええ。初めて会った時に言ったでしょ。あんたとはそういう関係にあるんだって。
Yeah, I told you when we met that this is what it would be like between us. She did, didn't she? Kill or be killed. I'm sure that's how it'll be between the two of us. I was genuinely surprised to have someone say that right off the bat. Translation. Our friendship won't bloom unless we're constantly trading blows. Is what Ayako was getting at. I agree with her. In the 2 years since then, I still haven't figured out whether she's my friend or my nemesis.
ところでさ、私たちなんでこんな話してるんだっけ？
How did we get on this again?
なんでって言い出したのは遠坂でしょ。
What? You started it, Tosaka.
あんたがいつまでも彼氏がいないのは女としてどうよなんてこぼすもんだから。なら3年になる前にどっちが先に男作るかって勝負になったんじゃない。
You complained that you'd never have a boyfriend, so we decided to make it a contest to see who catches one first. Remember?
ああ、そうだった。売り言葉に買い言葉ってやつだった。で、遅れを取った方が一日言いなりになるんだっけ？
Ah, right. There was a deal. We said that whoever loses has to do whatever the winner says for a day, right?
ええ、今時子供でも交わさない約束だけど、あんたと私に限って往生際が悪いってことはないでしょ。
Yep. I don't think even kids make the deals like this anymore, but we are both sore losers.
どんな結果になろうと、負けた方はおとなしく勝者に従うことになる。それを思うと私は今から楽しみで楽しみで。
No matter what happens, the loser has to honor the deal. Gotta say, I'm looking forward to winning. Ayako snickers in delight. My goodness. Ayako Mizutsuri is, to put it mildly, a handful. I'll admit, I'm looking forward to winning myself, so that goes for us both.
そう。けど三つ釣りさん、楽しむのは結構だけど、目的をたがえないよう気をつけなさい。
I see.
勝負の内容は後先だけじゃないでしょ。
I see. But Mitsuzuri, you can look forward to the future. Don't lose sight of the goal. There's more to our contest than being first to the finish.
わかってるって。東坂より早く、東坂が心底羨ましがるような感じにならないと、完全勝利とは言えないからね。
Sorry. I know. It's not a real victory unless it's a relationship that makes you green with envy.
私たちにとってはそれが一番厄介な問題なんだが、どんなにいい男だろうと好きになれなきゃ意味がない。
That's the biggest challenge for us both, though. It doesn't matter how great of a guy he is if we can't bring ourselves to love him. Ayako's sigh is heavy. From what I've heard, she's known as a bit of a misandrist. Can't put too much stock in gossip though. That she made this bet at all means... That she made this bet at all means less that she just doesn't like boys and more that she hasn't found the right person. That aside...
ちょっと、私たちって何よ、私たちって。
Wait! When did this become we?
断っておきますけど、私はそっちと違って冷血感じゃありません。
I'll
こ
have...
の子を好きになるなんて問題でもなんでもないわ。
I'll have you know that I'm not an ice queen like you. I would have no problem liking a boy.
ああ、それ嘘。もしくは気づいていないだけ。東坂が男を気にかけるなんてことは絶対ないもの。
Yeah, not buying it. Maybe you just haven't realized it, but I can't imagine you getting soft on a boy.
今まで数えきれないぐらい告白されたくせに、一つも色良い返事してないじゃない。少しでも興味があるなら付き合おうって思うでしょ。なのに断り続けるってことは、あんたは男に興味がないってことよ。
You're always getting asked out, and you've never once said yes. You'd think that if you were actually interested, you'd at least date a few. I would say your record speaks for itself. You don't care about boys.
発想が貧困ね。その場合、すでに好きな相手がいるから断ってるって話もありじゃない？
You have no imagination at all, do you? What if I already have feelings for someone?
うわ、すっごい美談。いいね、そういうの。ロマンだな。
Wow, talk about tall tales. But sure, I can appreciate a good romance. Aiko Stone isn't mocking. She nods solemnly. Her sigh tells me that it would be nice if it were true. I don't believe myself. Oh. Ah. I really can't hide anything from her.
そうね。私 私もそう思う。
So can I. She's right. I know very well how cold I am.
認めるわ。私、こと恋愛に関しては素人みたい。
I'll concede that I'm a novice when it comes to romance.
そういうこと。似た者同士だって言ったの遠坂でしょ。
That you are. Two peas in a pod, right?
で、もうじき7時か。秘密の話はこの辺にしとこう。いつ人がやってくるかわからないし、朝になったら学生らしく振る舞わないとな。
Damn, it's already 7. We'd better cut the secret meeting short. Who knows when someone might walk in on us. Time to start acting like students.
まあ、三辻さんにもそういう世間体があったなんて意外だわ。
Oh,
これだけでも早起きした甲斐があったみたい。
oh, look at you. What a social butterfly. It was worth waking up early just to see it.
あんたほど筋金入ってないけどね。私の世間体なんて遠坂凛に比べたら灯籠の斧ってもんよ。あんたの猫っこぶりは擬態っていうより別人格のレベルよ。
Alter Rin, okay. Huh. Not as much as the great Rin Tosaka. I'm the David to your Goliath. Your ability to fake being a goody two-shoes at school is practically an alternate personality. Aiko sniffs exaggeratedly. Fucking hell. I empty the rest of the teacup she poured me and brew a new port.
で、遠坂はどうして部活に入らないのよ。運動神経がないなんてざれ言は聞かないからね。私は去年の体力測定でことごとくあんたに負けたのまだ恨んでるんだから。
So, why not join a club? Don't feed me your usual bull about being unathletic. I still haven't forgotten how you beat me in every fitness test last year.
あら、肺活量では三辻さんに負けたわよ、私。あと、体重も三辻さんのが上だったけど。
You had me beat in lung capacity though. And wait.
やったー、重さで3キロ上回った
Yeah, I gained 3 kilos.
って体重で勝っても嬉しくないってのよ。
Wait. Wait. That's nothing to celebrate, damn it! You tricked me! Aiko slaps the table.
危ない。お茶がこぼれるでしょ、三辻さん。首相なんだから道場は大事になさい。
Careful, careful. You might spill the tea. Shouldn't the club captain be taking better care of the place?
うるさい。私は首相である前に遠坂のライバルだ。
Shut it. I'm your rival first and club captain somewhere after that.
部員がいなけりゃあんたに食ってかかるのは当然よ。
If there's no one else around, you can bet I'm ready to take the fight to you. Aiko side-eyes me with a huff. She has a unique idea about beauty. A beautiful woman must walk the martial path. She's always going on about that. Not surprisingly, she's well versed in most martial arts. Kyudo was the discipline she was least skilled at, so she joined the club and worked her way up to captain. She's probably one of the top 3 people in our school you'd at least want to mess with.
あら、部員がいなければ首相じゃないなんて問題発言じゃないそれ。
Should you really be saying that? You stop being a captain if none of your club members are around?
問題発言なもんですか。私はお飾りの首相だから、できることって言ったら不良部員を取り締まることだけよ。
Why not? I'm only captain for show. I can just have the more unruly members take care of any grunt work.
私以上にしゃがりっぱなやつがいるんだから、首相としての面目なんてないわ。
Plus, there's better shooters than me. Anyway, I don't have any captain's honor to defend. Představte si, že do vaší školy přijde school shooter s lukem. Co uděláte potom? zemřete.
藤村先生、三辻さんは飛び抜けてうまいって言ってたけど。
That's so? I recall Miss Fujimura saying you were the best they had.
あの人がそう言うんなら、そりゃ少しは自信が持てるけど、まあいなくなっちまったやつのことなんて考えても仕方ないか。そうね、藤村先生がそう言ってくれたんなら真面目に首相やんないとまずいか。
Coming from her, that's a bit of an ego boost. But still, she's only saying that because of the guy who left. You're right though. If Miss Fujimura thinks that much of me, I'd better act like a real captain. Sancho!
噂をすれば影。そろそろ部員がやってくる頃でしょ。私はおいとまするけど、三辻さんはきちんと首相になりなさい。
That's the spirit. And speak of the devil, here come your club mates now. Time for me to go, but make sure you do your part.
何？見ていかないの？シャ。
Wait, what? You're not going to watch us shoot?
見てもわからないもの。遠くから眺める分にはいいけどね。不心得者が道場にいるわけにはいかないでしょ。
I wouldn't understand it even if I did. It's one thing to watch from afar, but the uninitiated shouldn't loiter in the dojo. Just as I get up to leave, the first club members begin entering the archery range.
おはようございます、首相。
Good morning, Captain.
ああ、おはようマト。今朝は一人？
Morning, Mato. Are you by yourself today?
はい。力になれず申し訳ありません。
Yes. I'm sorry I couldn't convince him to come.
ああ、いいっていいって。本人が弓をやらないって言うんなら無理をさせても仕方がない。
Nah, it's fine. If he doesn't want to, there's no point in enforcing him. Aiko speaks to the first club member to arrive.
それじゃあ失礼するわ。また後でね、三辻さん。
I'll be going then. See you later, Mitsuzuri.
ああ、また後でね、遠坂。
Yeah, later, Tosaka.
お疲れ様です、遠坂先輩。
Have a good day, Tosaka.
ありがとう。さくらもしっかりね。
Thanks. Hang in there, Sakura. Goodbye, Sakura. Goodbye. I leave the dojo behind so as not to get in the way. Oh no.
おはよう。朝から君に会えるなんて。
Oh no, shoulda. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, oh no. Proč je tady? Já tak nemám rád. Oh. Morning, Tosaka. Funny running into you so early. Oh no. And here comes the person I least wanted to see. Hele, jsem v té stejné lodi. Měli bychom zavolat... Měli bychom zavolat Sakuru z Heavensfield, aby ho zabila. Kurva. No ne.
おはよう、マト君。今日は早いのね。
Má se snažit o jiný hlasy. Mně jako moc jiný hlas nejdou. Určitě bych holčičí hlas nezvládl. Ale Shinjiho bych mohl nějak diferenciovat. Good morning, Mato. You're here early?
当たり前だろ。
Of course I am. I'm the captain. So I need to set a good example for the first years. Shinji Mato from class 2C grins at me. Fuck you, debile. He's the vice captain of the Kyudo club and darling of half the girls at school. Jak, doslova jak. To je nemožný. It's mostly thanks to his looks, of course, but he's also admired for his good grades, social graces, being kind to girls, and being an overall heartthrob, or something like that. On je milej k holkám. Já jsem viděl ty sračky, co dělal Sakuře. Ten zmrt jeden. No to je asi jenom... To si dělá jenom Sakuře, ale pořád je to kokot. Zmrt. I really don't follow that kind of stuff. It's just what I hear my classmates say.
そう。ご機嫌なところ悪いんだけど、一文字抜けてるわ、マト君。大事な字だから忘れない方がいいと思うけど。
I see. Hate to burst your bubble, but I'm pretty sure you're forgetting an important part of that motto. Try to remember that next time. What's that?
幸福の福。字は違うけど響きは一緒でしょ、副首相さん。気をつけなさい。別に首相も副首相も。
Pořád tam mravni. Za to z metka. Wise. I don't care whether you're captain or vice captain, but if you make a point of leaving it out, people might think it bothers you. Vice captain. Dot. Dot.
そうだね。今後は気をつける。ありがとう、遠坂。
You're right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Tosaka. Nechápu, že se dostal nebreakdownu a začal brečet.
お礼を言われるようなことはしてないけど、まあ、マト君がそう思ったのなら私には関係ないか。
Not sure I did anything you should thank me for, but hey, I'm not going to stop you. With that, I turn to leave the range.
ちょっと待てよ。見学に来たんだろ。なら見ていけばいいじゃないか。
Well, hang on. You're here to watch, aren't you? You're more than welcome to stay.
遠慮するわ。練習の邪魔をしたくないもの。
Hard pass. I don't want to interrupt your practice. Tosaka je tak milá. Tak hodná.
そんなの構わないよ。他の連中が気に障るんなら締め出すからさ。ちょっと寄っていけって。
I don't mind at all. If anyone says otherwise, I'll kick them out. So why don't you stick around?
だから邪魔をする気はないって言ってるでしょ。
I already said I don't want to intrude.
それに私、別に弓道に興味があるわけじゃないから。
It's not as if I'm particularly interested in Kyudo.
知らないやつのシャを見ても嬉しくないわ。
I'm not really excited to watch a bunch of people I don't know shooting arrows.
なんだよ、遠坂。弓道に興味はなかったのか。
What's that, Tosaka? You don't care about Kyudo?
へえ。だっていうのに、放課後になると遠くから見てたのは、そういうわけかな。
Huh. I must just be confused after seeing you watching us after school so many times. ... I don't know what he's playing at, but he seems to have seriously misunderstood things.
なんだ、知ってたの、マト君。
So you knew, Mato?
ああ、よく目があったんだぜ。僕と遠坂。シャを終えてさ。斬新の時に限って遠坂は僕を見ていたろ
Yeah, our eyes met often, you and I. I saw you watching me.
声を返したかったけど一応決まりでね。車上では声を上げちゃいけないんだ。
I wanted to call out to you, but you know how it is. I can't raise my voice on the range. Oh no. Oh no. Ring the bell. Rapist alert. Shinji starts closing in on me, looking pleased with himself. I see the triumphant glint in his eye, competing with that affable smile.
勘違いしてたよ。遠坂は弓が好きなんだと思ってたけど、弓道には興味がないんだろ。ならなんで遠坂は道場を見ていたのかな。
I had it all wrong along. I thought you liked watching us shoot, but you aren't interested. Why were you watching then, Tosaka? ... Ah, now I see. It would sound like that, wouldn't it?
離れてくれないかしら、マト君。私、あまり人に近寄られるのは好きじゃないし。
Would you mind taking a step back, Mato? I like my personal space.
なに、遠坂?
What was that, Tosaka?
あきれた。ここまで言ってもわからないのね。
Wow, you're still not getting it.
趣味じゃないけど仕方ないか。簡単にあなたにも理解できるように言ってあげる。
Regiuto, this isn't my usual style, but I guess it's what it'll have to, what it'll take. Here, I'll make this real simple, so even you can understand.
いい、マト君。私は弓道に興味がない以上に、あなたに興味はないって言ってるのね。実際、あなたが車上にいたなんて今初めて知ったぐらいだし、きっとこれからも目に入らないわ。
I'm even less interested in you than I am in Kyudo. I didn't even know you were in the club, and I doubt I'll remember next time either.
なんだと?
What did you just say? I must have touched a nerve, because he tries to grab me roughly. What the fuck? Bráško, jsem se solo do půlky HP na upgrade dostal. Damn. Bráško je master souls hráč. I twist out of his reach and turn to leave. Skurvený Shinji.
それじゃあね、マト君。自意識過剰なのも結構だけど、ほどほどにしておいた方がいいわよ。
Bye, Mato. Sometimes a little self-consciousness can do you good.
遠坂、お前。
Tosaka, you little... Shinji sounds like he's about to say something, but he keeps his temper and doesn't chase after me. Oh my god, to je Shinji, já vím, ten skurvený koko, já ho tak nenávidím. The guy is all style, no substance. If he had even a little backbone, the people around him wouldn't suffer nearly so much. I take the rear entrance into campus from the archery range. Budu streamovat dokud nevím Shirova. Potom to ukončím. Docela pozdě. It's past 7 now, but there still aren't students in the hallways. Okay, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. No, Fujiwara. Ah, it's Tosaka.
おはようございます、藤村先生。
Good morning, Miss Fujimura. Já ji říkám Fujiwara. Fujimura.
おはよう、遠坂さん。ちゃんと挨拶してくれて、先生は嬉しいよ。
Yep. Good morning to you. I just love how you're so polite to teachers like me. The strange woman pretends to sob in delight. It may be hard to believe, but this extraordinarily affectionate and happy-go-lucky woman is actually a teacher here.
先生、ちゃんと挨拶をする以外にする挨拶があるのでしょうか。
Is there another way to say good morning?
あるわよ。1年生はちゃんと挨拶してくれるんだけどね。上級生になってくると、私の名字で挨拶しないんだから。遠坂さんはああいうやからの真似しちゃダメだからね。
There sure are. The first years all greet me properly, but once they're upperclassmen, they stop using my surname. Don't follow their example, alright?
はあ、よくわかりませんけど、先生に失礼なことはしませんが。
Oh, I'm not quite sure I understand, but I wouldn't want to be rude to you.
よしよし。ああ、みんながみんな遠坂さんみたいだったらいいのにな。
Good girl. Oh, how I wish they could be more like you, Tosaka. With a parting wave and a see ya, Miss Fujimura leaves. Fortunately, she isn't my homeroom teacher. Miss Fujimura teaches English. Her sunny attitude Belly's her expert rank in Japanese fencing, Kento. In her student days, they called her the Fuyuki Tiger. That's the mystery though. You'd think someone known as a tiger would be feared, not adored, right? Miss Fujimura cheerily heads off in the direction of the archery range. For some reason, she's the faculty advisor to the Kyoto Club instead of the Kendo Club. Okay, preference, menší bias. Dej kurva Shiro. It's just before 7:30. I can see students doing their club activities on the school grounds, but there's hardly even anyone indoors. Except... Tosaka. He always blurts out my name like I did something wrong every time he sees me.
あら、生徒会長。こんな朝早くから校舎の見回り？それとも各部室の手入れかしら？どっちでもいいけど相変わらず豆ね、そういうとこ。
Well, if it isn't the student council president, it's a little early for patrolling campus, isn't it? Or are you maybe fixing up the club rooms? You're diligent as always. Not that I care.
そういうお前こそ何を企んでいる。部活動もしていないお前がこんな早くに何の用か。
And just what are you doing here? You're not even in a club. So why are you here so early?
ただの気まぐれよ。竜斗くんちみたいに早起きじゃないもの、私。
I just felt like it. I'm not an early riser like your family, Ryudo. ... The student council president's handsome face darkens with suspicion. He seems to have it out for me. I really don't know why. Maybe me saying temples are so dull, pass, is what started it.
一つ聞いておくが、最近夜遅くまで校舎にいたことはあるか、遠坂。
One question for you. Have you been staying late on campus lately, Tosaka?
ないわね。私が帰宅部だって知ってるでしょ、竜斗くんは。
Nope. I'm in the go home club, you know that.
当然だ。生徒会長を任された以上、全校生徒の情報は把握している。
Naturally. As the appointed student council president, I'm well acquainted with all of our students' affairs.
そう。なら私に聞くまでもないでしょ。なんだってそんなことを聞くか知らないけど、生徒会の仕事を部外者に押し付けてませんじゃない。
That's nice. I'm not sure why you bothered asking then. I hope you're not trying to pawn your student council work on outsiders.
情報収集は一人でやりなさいよ。私みたいな部外者に頼らないで。
Spy on your fellow students yourself. Don't ask me. It's got nothing to do with me.
たわけ、お前のどこが部外者だ。
In what way are you an outsider?
うちの会計の首根っこ掴んで悪さをしたのを知らぬと思ったが、このめぎつれ。
Don't think I ever noticed the way you used your wiles to get your hooks into our treasurer, you vixen.
あら、人聞きが悪いわね。あれは三辻さんに頼まれて部費の割合を明らかにしただけでしょ。
Well, that was uncalled for. Mitsuzuri just asked me to publicize your club budget allocation.
みんなの予算がどこに使われているか調べるなんて、生徒として当然の行為だと思うけど。
Don't the students have a right to know how their funds are being spent?
なんと、うちの会計を1週間休ませた精神的ダメージが当然の行為なのか。とんでもない倫理観をお持ちのようだな、相変わらず。
That's all it was to you, was it? The psychological damage you inflicted on the treasurer made her take an entire week off. I shouldn't be surprised you see just how twisted your ethics are.
あなたもね、部下の手綱ぐらいちゃんと握ってなさい。
Look who's talking. You ought to keep your staff on a tighter leash.
文化系ばかりひいきするのはフェアじゃないわ。
Playing favorites with the cultural clubs doesn't seem fair to me.
わかっている。だからこそ俺の手で不正を正したかったのだが。
I know. That's why I was going to audit them myself. Proč nemluví? It's fixed, easy. Just then, an unexpected visitor makes his presence known. Okay. Save, new. Move. Okay. Zpátky na title. Type Moon Presents. OK, pro dnešní stream chtěl jsem otestovat, jak to půjde. No ne. No, víme, co se tady stane. Každopádně tohle byl první stream z mnoha Fate Stay Night Remastered streamů. Bro. Počkej, tak. Ne. Asi to prostě vypnu, OK. Alt F4. Goodbye, hero. OK. Tohle bylo nice. Už jsem dlouho nedělal jakýkoliv stream solo. Hlavně ze skurvenýho visual novelu. Což je exciting. Já doufám, že to dohraju. Doufám, že se na to nevysedu. A hej, uvidíme se u dalšího streamu, u dalšího Fate Stay Nightu. Zítra to bude Ark s Kolem. Ale no, uvidíme se zase. Snad někdy u Fateu. Už je se k tomu nějak dokopu. A do té doby. Nashledanou.